Roses are red, binoculars are blue. Your curtains are open, and I'm watching you. You can avoid me, my darling feline, but one day you enter, and then you'll be mine.
Hello Internet and welcome to Book Lore, where we delve into the future literary classics to get you the canon secrets that even the authors are unaware of. Speaking of secrets, our book for today holds one of the most terrifying canon facts out there. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you The Milkman. Now, when I first read this book, something bugged me. Why on earth would a girl portray the thick-skulled ever accept the advances of a man whom she hates when she spends the entire book rejecting him? It doesn't make sense. That is, until you consider the milkman's actions, the narrator's reactions, and the social context of their story. I propose to you that our unnamed narrator, at the time of writing her story 20 years after the events of the book take place, is still unknowingly suffering from not one, but two cult mentalities. Let me explain. Throughout the book, we see our protagonist become the victim of thought reform, also known as indoctrination. Thought reform is defined as a series of manipulative techniques used to get people to do something they wouldn't otherwise do. And given that the main plot of this book is one man getting one headstrong teenager to agree to be his mistress, yeah, there's definitely something like that going on here. Before we look into how he gets her to say yes, let's first take a moment to meet our victim. At the time of her indoctrination, our protagonist is 18, stubbornly silent, a loner, and an outcast of society. All her relationships are uncertain or strained. Her romantic attachment is a maybe, her father is dead, she's not close to any of her brothers, she's in perpetual conflict with her mother and older sisters, and she hasn't spoken to her longest friend in years. She's alone, she's insecure, and she has no reliable confidant to seek help from. And just in case you thought she wasn't susceptible enough, here's some more information. She's a member of what appears to be a cult-like neighborhood. It is a closed-off society using specific language. Its members follow the paramilitary leaders without question. Any doubt in the cause or the leaders is brutally eradicated, and there are strict rules and conventions that everyone follows and no one questions? Wow, that's even worse when I said it aloud. So, now that we've established why the milkman won't be having any trouble brainwashing her, let's see how he does it. Step 1. The foot in the door technique. The co-recruiter gets the target to say yes to a non-threatening event. For our narrator, there are a couple of early yeses. She stops her reading while walking to talk to him, she allows him to run with her, and she slows down to keep pace with him. Why? Because of her social conditioning. The milkman is male and a leader of her society, and he uses his stature to get her into the habit of following his orders. He's preparing her for the moment when she'll join his cult. And she will, but not before he has implemented the other 4 crucial steps of indoctrination. Step 2 has a cult recruiter systematically creating a sense of powerlessness in the person. How does a milkman do that? He first asserts his dominance over her by bringing the run to a walk, even when she really doesn't want to. Then, he inserts himself into every part of her life. More and more often, he is waiting for her, intercepting her, talking to her, and walking with her. And she can't say stop, because in their society, if nothing physical is happening, then nothing is happening. Like any normal person though, she does try to evade him. She gets a running buddy, she stops reading while walking, and she changes her schedule and travel routes, all to evade him. That is exactly what he wants, because by that point she's actively thinking only about him. He is becoming the center of her universe, with the added bonus of completing step number 3 of her indoctrination. Step 3. Controlling the social and physical environments of the target. As I've mentioned, our narrator is a loner at the start of the story, and the rumors about her affair with the milkman only make society keep their distance even more. Those rumors also happen to create a rift in her romantic, familial, and platonic relationships. That leads to the teenager becoming introverted to the point where she stops speaking almost completely. Which brings us to step number 4, love bombing. This is when the target is showered with attention, praise, and even gifts. From their very first meeting, the Milkman clearly displays all of the advantages of being with him. He is wealthy, he is powerful, and he knows exactly what she wants. But he doesn't simply dangle the prize in front of her, he gives her a taste. She is showered with attention and compliments, she gets free food, receives support and acceptance from the mob women, and when she's poisoned, he avenges her. And though she accepts the gifts begrudgingly, she still accepts them. He is checking all of her boxes even if he's the wrong man. Let's recount, shall we? He's gotten his victim into the habit of saying yes, he's established his power over her, has completely alienated her, and he's created a positive association between himself and the feeling of satisfaction in her mind. I'll be honest with you, looking at it this way, it is really no surprise that she says yes after losing her last emotional attachment to Chef. She's exhausted, and he's offering the sweetest deal: bitter salvation. But we have yet to cover the most crucial step of her indoctrination. Notice how the Milkman never explicitly tells her what he wants from her. We assume it must be a sexual relationship because that's what she thinks, but honestly it could be anything from a platonic friendship to a suicidal mission. This obliviousness is the result of step 5, keeping the person unaware of what is going on and how they are being changed a step at a time. The narrator knows he has a plan for her, but not what it is or how well it has already worked. By the time she accepts his offer, to her he is not an unpleasant stalker anymore. He is a godlike entity that was always going to possess her. And the tragic thing is, she will never know how deep his influence has reached. So there you have it, folks, the terrifying story of how one 50-year-old man brainwashed a teenager into seeing him as a god to be pleased. And remember, this is just a theory, a book theory. Thanks for watching!